Welcome to Makeup with Meesh, the show where you get ready with me in the morning before I go into work. I'm a little bit slow this morning, kind of intentional. I really need to drink my coffee alone and actually drink my coffee. Usually I make my coffee before I start streaming, and then it sits on my counter and it gets cold and I have to reheat my coffee, and then I drink my coffee while I end up going straight into work because I walk straight into my office as soon as I get done streaming and then start emails and chats and just chaos. And this morning I was like, I just want nobody to talk to me. I want to watch a couple TikToks while I drink my coffee and live my life. And so that's what I did. Anyway, let's transform. Okay, I'm looking a little rough this morning. This is how I look in the morning. But also because my husband attacked me because I had a zit right here, and he is a freak and really enjoys popping zits. God, I hate that. I can't even say it. I hate that. People are freaking weird. Ugh. But he enjoys it, and so he popped this zit on my face in the most aggressive manner that he could have done it. And my entire cheek is red. My entire face hurts right now. So I have this going on right here. I have another zit that he did that to a few days ago that is still red from the level of intensity that he attacked this thing with. Completely unnecessary. My face is scarred. So we got this going on over here. This trying to heal, trying to recover over here. And then I have a scratch on my forehead right here. I have a gash in my forehead that I don't know where it came from, but I'm assuming one of my toddlers. So life's good. Gonna need to cover some things up today. We're gonna go for a full face foundation, I think. I think that's the only answer here. But because my face has been through hell and back, I'm gonna start with a little bit of skincare to see if we can assist that healing process. So first is exfoliation. I'm gonna use my Dr. Dennis Gross exfoliating pad. This is probably gonna burn. I'm waiting for it. Okay. It wasn't too bad. It might start burning in a second. Like that. I pulled my camera down because it's creating a lag. I don't know how it's coming across screen, but I'm looking in the mirror and I'm telling you it's not good. So, imagine it's not looking great for y'all either. Alright. Oh god, these are so strong. Oh. Dr. Dennis Gross, Alpha Beta Peel. Love these things. Something's been going on with my skincare lately though. I felt like my skin was looking really good. But then, I don't know, lately I'm just not impressed. The only thing that I've changed is, I wouldn't say I've even changed it. I've been using Roden & Field's, the reverse line. I typically use the Redefine line. And I switched to reverse, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, maybe a little more than that. And I switched to reverse because it was supposed to help with the spots and kind of even the texture, not the texture, the tone, right? The patchiness. Yeah, even the tone. And it's good to just kind of mix up your skincare every now and then. I thought I was doing good, but now I'm on my second bottle of it. So it's definitely been at least 2 months because these things last about 2 months. And I just don't know if it's the answer for me. I'm definitely going to switch back to Redefine, but I'm going to use this first because it's a full bottle, so I'll be using this for the next 2 months. I think I'll switch back to Redefine, but I don't know what else is going on. I haven't changed anything in my skincare routine, and I just feel like it's not looking as good. It's the coloring is the part that's bothering me. This looks all discolored. And I don't know why. That's literally exactly what this is supposed to fix. The treatment is a tone correcting treatment. Why aren't you correcting the tone? I don't know. All right. Still wait 2 minutes to let this dry. I look like I've been in a fight. Scratches. That looks like I was punched in the face or something way more dramatic, or stabbed maybe. All that from a zit. It was massive though. It hurts. You can feel it. And I feel like I'm getting one. I just don't understand. This needs work. The Dr. Jart green color correcting solution. So if you didn't know, you can use green toned things to help combat the redness in your skin, which clearly I need a lot of, like clearly, right? Thanks. I don't hear an accent. People, I'm in Texas. I'm in Austin, Texas right now. I don't hear an accent, particularly like around those around me, but I'm originally from Alabama, which is the actual South. And when I get around people from Alabama, or when I've had one too many cocktails, it definitely comes out. No, I am happy with my skin without makeup. I don't wear makeup every day. Usually on the weekends, unless like we're doing a date night or something, I don't wear makeup at all. I'm usually totally fine with my skin. I just feel like something's happening in the past like week or two where I'm breaking out, which is really abnormal for me. So I'm like, it's definitely a small violin of complaints right now. But I wear, or I don't wear makeup all the time. I don't have a problem with that. All right. I have been asked that before in chat, and I guess I don't like know a lot about the Twitch culture. So is that like a Twitch thing that you ask people that to shave their eyebrow off? Is that like supposed to be funny with Get Ready With Me streams or something? I'm genuinely asking. I don't know. Like, do people do that? Is that funny? Like, is that like the thing that like I don't know, like like the icebreaker for a stream to ask people that? Because people have asked me that before, and I'm like, maybe I'm just not in on the joke. And clearly, I'm not in on the joke if it's a joke. Well, I'm definitely not going to shave my eyebrows off. So, no donations, I guess, is the answer there. I just don't understand, like, how did I get this injury? I don't know which one of my kids did this to me, but it's definitely one of them. All right. I actually think that helped even out the tone a little bit. I mean, I might have just had just like sleepy skin. These things are amazing. All right, and let's bring the skincare. A video call on Snap. I don't even have Snapchat installed on my phone anymore and haven't for like years. Do people still do Snapchat? I mean, I guess they do, but yeah, so I guess there's your answer on that. No video call on Snap. Especially not for $300. God, how cheap do you think I am? Come on. Yeah, 3 minutes of my time, I assure you, is worth more than $300. Okay, what are we gonna do? I'm not actually going into the office today. I'm staying home, and I only have a couple of meetings, so I am not gonna do a ton of coverage today. Clearly my skin needs to heal. I'm gonna use some of these Dr. Jart Tiger Drops just to help even out some of the redness from both exfoliating and also from the trauma that my skin has clearly been through. Need some trauma healing over here. All right. I don't typically go into the office on Mondays because it's a lot. Like, I like Mondays to like plan my week, or else I feel really chaotic. So I like to have Monday mornings at home, a little more casual. It's a light meeting day too. Like, I usually only have like one meeting on Mondays, which is very, very rare. All right. I'm kind of thinking about not doing a foundation at all today. Like, maybe just a little bit of concealer, like Shape Tape style. Let's start with that. Let's start with just a little concealer around the spot. That did help neutralize some of the redness. Like that, you're not gonna be able to neutralize that, right? Like that guy's here to stay. But some of the rest of the redness on the skin, it really did neutralize it. Stuff's impressive. All right, so I'm just gonna use, let me shake this up first. We're gonna do Shape Tape under the eye. I'm gonna do like a little around it. I wanna put it directly on it just because, I don't know. I don't wanna like, I mean, I guess I need to cover it, but I don't wanna like clog it. God, it's so gross. Okay. That didn't help at all. All right. Hopefully this will brighten under the eyes. Looking a little tired today. Okay, a little better. Get rid of some of those dark circles. Our 2-year-old has been coming into our bed every single night, either in the middle of the night or at like 5 in the morning. It's been so frustrating, but I've been so exhausted because of it that I don't have the fight in me to like take her back up to her room and do that whole thing and like spend 30 minutes, you know, trying to get her back down to sleep in her room. So I've just been letting her come into our bed, which is like, I'm a firm believer that you don't let your kids sleep in your bed because then they will indefinitely sleep in your bed. And I'm not trying to have like a 6-year-old in our bed, you know, in a few years. So I've always been adamant against it, but I've just been letting it happen because I've been so exhausted. But I gotta snap out of it and put my foot down because now it's turning into like a pattern. She thinks she can come in every time, and it's killing me. All right, so I'm just gonna do all over color to seal that. I actually didn't even put any primer on because I'm not going to do a full eyeshadow. I think I'm just going to do kind of like a good natural transition shade just to give it a little bit of a shape, but not, I don't want it to look like I'm really wearing eyeshadow. There we go. Just like that. Just kind of highlight it a little bit. Yes, it is a, I imagine it's going to be a difficult transition, but I've got to just do it because I can't let it go on any longer. Like, then it's just going to get worse. I'm going to add a small wing just to kind of like accent the eye a little bit, but I don't want it to look like I'm wearing too much makeup, so. I want it to kind of just look like the natural eye line there. Yeah, it's not going to be fun tonight, I'm sure. A generic American accent. I would say you will hear, like I said, you'll hear an accent if I have, I feel like I'm pretty good at controlling it. Like when I feel like I'm like presenting more on here, so I'm pretty good at not masking it, but just like the draw and stuff is not super strong on here. But, if I've had a cocktail or two, you will hear it. I'm going to keep these a little bit light. I don't want really dramatic eyebrows since I don't have eyeshadow or anything. I don't want it to like blend in or look like really stark against that, you know. All right. Okay. I think it also depends like what part of Texas you're in as to what kind of accent you're going to get. Like, I feel like there's much more of like a cowboy ranch accent in the majority of Texas. Yes, actually, that would probably be a really good stream, actually. A drunk stream. I'd have way more personality. All right, now a little bit of contour. Oh my God, it's like sore. Jeez. It's sore here. I don't understand. Why am I so injured? Yeah, so, I mean, the thing about Texas is that people from Texas love Texas. Like, I mean, they will die for Texas. They love Texas. Austin is a little bit unique because I feel like Austin is like, well, it's definitely more of the liberal population of Texas. Austin's big in tech, which is why my husband and I are here, because we both work for big tech. I work at Facebook and he works at Google. And we have big offices here. A lot of the big tech companies do. So it made sense for us to be out here. But outside of Austin, like if you go an hour outside of Austin in any direction, you're going to hit like tumbleweeds and desert, basically. It's like very ranch, like typical typical Texas. And then obviously the bigger cities are, you know, like most places, the bigger cities, the metro areas are different. So if you go to Dallas or Houston, those are very big cities. That's hilarious. Yes. That's like in a sentence, that's Texas in a sentence. Texas or Texans first, Americans second. That's very true. I mean, like people talking about Texans wanting to secede and just be their own country. That is not like a joke. Texans love Texas. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've really enjoyed living in Texas. We've been here for 3 years, yeah. And I really like Austin. Granted, we spent, 2 years of that in a pandemic, and so we didn't explore as much as we probably would have. That was a lot of blush for like no foundation and no other makeup. We're gonna lighten that up. But I don't feel the way about Texas that like people from Texas do. Yes, I'm not Texas by birth. I'm from Alabama by birth. And my husband and I met in Alabama, which is like the actual South. People think that Texas is the South, but it's not. Texas is like the Midwest. Not Midwest, wait. Mid-Southwest. Mid-Southwest. But it's like, I was literally about to say, it's just way more Texas. Like, that's my descriptor of Texas. Texas is just Texas. It's like cowboys and Western and all of that. It's such an eclectic, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just Texas, man. Yes, we came to Austin. That's another thing too. Like, let's clarify, Austin is very different than Texas. Like I said, you get an hour outside of the cities and you're in real Texas, which is cowboy Texas. I'm just going to do a light coat of mascara today since the makeup is pretty light. But we moved to Austin about 3 years ago because my husband and I are both in tech. And the city that we were in, well, first of all, the state we were in, like, Alabama's the real South, right? And just, there wasn't a ton of opportunity for tech in Alabama, in the city that we were in. Like, there was a good bit of innovation. I don't want to completely shit on them because I feel like they were doing what they could, but it just still was, like, light years behind other further advanced and like tech capitals. And so we quite literally were like, we have been saying we're going to leave and go to a big tech city for years and we haven't done it. So now's the time to get out. So we bought a plane ticket one night, flew out to Austin. We were either going to go to Austin, Texas, or San Francisco, California. And we bought a plane ticket to Austin. We're like, let's just go see. I'd never been to Austin. We flew here the next day, and then we just bought a house the next day. And we're like, I guess we're moving to Austin. And we went back to Alabama. We quit our jobs. We sold everything in our, we sold everything in our house, and we packed everything up into a big truck and moved to Austin, Texas. So we were holed up in an apartment with our 1-year-old at the time, waiting for our house to be built, and I got a job at a tech company here, and then it just kind of snowballed. And then I ended up working at Facebook. My husband works at Google, so we made it to big tech, which is what we wanted to do. Oh no. And now we're here. Then a pandemic hit, and we've been stuck in our house for a few years, fun times. I really appreciate Alabama's scenery. I mean, there's a lot I don't like about Alabama, but that's more on the political spectrum. But in terms of just the state itself, I mean, Alabama is beautiful. It's called Alabama the Beautiful. So that was also kind of a shock moving to Texas, like just the complete scenery difference. Like, it's similar in terms of weather. It's a lot less humid here in Texas. Like, if you ask a Texan, they're going to tell you it's so humid here, but I'm Like, no, coming from Alabama, it's not humid. And, like, Alabama's humid. But I actually prefer this heat better because even though it does feel like you're baking in an oven alive, it, like, you're not like, it's not like a wet heat. You're not like the, like you're not like sweating as soon as you step outside in Alabama. Like, there's no point in putting on makeup, or you're not wearing your hair down, like, because you're drenched, like, as soon as you step outside. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's what I was saying, the scenery difference. But, like, Texas doesn't have trees. So we have, like, they're like bushes, and they call them trees here. Like, the tallest trees here, I feel like, are like I don't know, like maybe 20 feet or something. Like, they're not tall at all. I'm so used to seeing, and you can see things for, like, I'm pretty sure we can see Dallas from where we live in Austin. Not really, but, like, that's my point, is that it's so flat here, you can just see forever. Where in Alabama, it's super hilly. Oh, God, that looks horrible. It's super hilly, and we have, like, massive, like, 100-foot trees. But that also makes it really pretty. Like, you'll drive through, like, if you're on the highway, like, you're driving through, and the trees that line both sides of the highways are, like, 50-foot trees or 100-foot trees. Or we have, like, big, what is it? Is it oak tree? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're called. I just know they're big, okay? All right. So this is not very cute, but I have a reason for this, because I'm going to go do a workout in a little bit, and I don't really care. So that's my reasoning. Also, I'm going to, gross. Also, I'm going to wash my hair tonight and put on a spray tan. So that is why my hair is going to look like this for the rest of the workday. Cute. It looks like that guy from the Stooges that has that, like, thing on his head. All right. Okay. I'll do another one of these. Alabama is very, I mean, I loved Alabama. We left Birmingham. I mean, I feel like there was a political component to it as well, just like the city itself. One, we didn't agree with a lot of people that were there, like, politically, and so it's just a different way of growing up. Like, I mean, it's right in the middle of the Bible Belt, and it's very much exactly what you would think of Alabama is what you get from most people in Alabama. So, you know, if that aligns with you politically and religiously, morally, whatever, then that's great for you, but it didn't for us, and so we wanted to move to a place that did align a little bit more, maybe a little more liberal and progressive in belief systems. But honestly, that was probably, like, reason, like, 4 or 5. Reason number 1 was we wanted to move to a bigger tech city. And so we did. And that's why we picked Austin. Because a lot of people were moving from California to Texas, to Austin. A lot of people were moving their headquarters here or opening really big tech offices. And so it was just the perfect time to move out here. Texas is way more, no, I would, Texas are, they're more Texas centered in their political thinking. No, I would say it's about the same, honestly. Like, but the difference being is you're going to have little bubbles in Texas, like Austin particularly, where you're not going to hear a lot of the super crazy political, like, I don't want to say crazy as in, like, what they believe is crazy. I mean, some of it is, but I want to say crazy, like, crazy difference in people. Like, if you go to Austin, like, in Austin, I feel like you're going to find more like-minded individuals, and then you step out, and same if when you go an hour outside of Austin, you're going to find those like-minded individuals. But the contrast between the two is great. In Alabama, I'd say 90% of the general population is like-minded. Does that make sense? Like, it's not like, I don't know, it's, I guess the spectrum is the same, but I feel like in Texas, you're going to have these bubbles where you have people on one side, but then the majority of Texas outside of those, like, little bubbles is on the other side. And in Alabama, it's just everywhere. is on one side. But I don't know. There was a better way to explain that, but I didn't do it. Okay, this is the finished look for today. Very light makeup, casual, because I'm going to go run an errand, go to a meeting, get a workout in, go to another meeting, do some work things, take my kids to dance, and then I'm gonna come back and take all this off because I need to wash my hair. My skin needs to breathe and heal, clearly, and then I need a spray tan real bad. So that's my to-do list for today. But tomorrow, I have a full day of meetings and an appointment in the morning, so I'll do full glam. So if you want to come back tomorrow and see even the more dramatic version of this, hello, then come back and join me tomorrow for another Get Ready with Me. All right, thanks guys. If you want to see any of my old content, be sure to head on over to Instagram. No, not there. Head on over to YouTube at MeeshAmerica, and you can see any old Get Ready with Me or YouTube clips. And then I will be back tomorrow. So if you haven't, go ahead and follow already so that you can get notified when I go live. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.